What's up, Dunk Squad? It's No Vision Duncan, and if you see Wank Duncan looking sharp with his new job as a general manager that he got from Triple H and as voted on by the whole Dunk Squad, making a comeback will be the MyGm series, but we will be renaming it, rebranding it here in WWE 2K24 as the Realistic GM series, because it doesn't matter what game it is, what game mode that we're playing. This is as real as it gets when it comes to realistic. I ain't gonna say it no more. If you know, you know. This is as real as it gets when it comes to realistic. We will be starting from the ground up by bringing back a company from the dead, from the grave, that being WCW, which stands for Wank Can Wrestle. Now, we could have chosen the other top three brands in the WWE, but there are three major reasons why we decided not to go for a Raw, a SmackDown, and the NXT. And those three reasons are the oppositions, the ops. But even though they are our ops and we will be competing against them, there is no tribalism here in this series. There's enough room, enough shows, enough companies, enough money, enough matches for everybody to eat. And that's one thing I do love about this day and age in wrestling, is that you can have multiple options. You can go to other places to help feed your families. And that is why we will be using 4 GMs here in this realistic GM series. The first being Wank Duncan for WCW. And because we are a newcomer, I feel like it wouldn't be fair for us to start on Raw, SmackDown, NXT. I love SmackDown, as you know, it's one of my favorite brands, always been my favorite brand. Thought about doing Raw this year or even starting at NXT. But the first being Adam Pearce. He's been around. He's been probably the most consistent GM over on Raw. And then we have Nick Aldis, hired by Triple H over on SmackDown. And what I love about Adam Pearce and both Nick Aldis, not only can they get in that ring, they do not let their superstars on their roster run them. And then on NXT, we have the daughter of the final boss, The Rock, Ava Raine. Her and her dad using their TKO authority. But I love Ava. I think she is the hottest GM in the company right now. So we will be using the 3 current era GMs in real life. And that is another reason why this is as real as it gets when it comes to realistic. I really wanted to use like a Teddy Long, probably one of my favorite GMs of all time, Stephanie McMahon. But I feel like if we want to keep it as real as it gets, Adam Pearce, Nick Aldis, and Ava Raine were the right choices for this series. Now, with all that being said, let's waste no more time and let's get into the setup. So for the AI difficulty, we will be putting it on extreme. And speaking of the word extreme, another brand that we could have chosen was ECW, but because ECW does not have they don't have a women's title for some reason. I don't know if that can be patched in later on, but because they don't have a women's title, we decided not to go with the ECW brand. And another option we could have used was a Paul Heyman, William Regal as another choice this year in WWE 2K24 as a GM. You got the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. We're talking about that budget, Ted DiBiase. But we are going to go for extreme for the AI difficulty. Now, as far as the game difficulty, I am going to choose hard. And this is kind of a nice mix of extreme and hard, kind of like how we've been experimenting in our Realistic Universe series with the hard difficulty and the legend difficulty. We could just go full on extreme, but we're going to keep it on hard difficulty for the game difficulty, and then AI difficulty we will go extreme. As far as the opening budget, I am going to up it to 3 mil, 3 M's, and then player order will stay default order. Shakeups will be on. Draft pool, we had to go in and customize that. I went in and made anybody that has passed on or legends that we won't be using. made them inactive, and then most of the current roster are active. You got the local talent, and you have some of the legends that you do see on WWE TV. We put them under the contract, so any one of the brands can sign them. Auto draft will be off, and then the match unlocks. I debated about this one. I thought about making it classic, just having all the match type, but we want to work for something. We work hard over here, work hard, gang. So we're gonna keep it on default. The custom roster, we have our realistic custom roster that we went in and did. So we are gonna select that, and now it is time to start the draft.
The time has come. It's the WWE
Each GM
draft.
will start with a budget of $3 million that we set as our budget. GMs will take turns drafting one after the other. There will be 9 rounds of drafting. After the 9th round, drafting becomes optional. GMs can opt out or draft until they are out of cash. Tip: GMs can press R3 on the PS5 to get recommendations on who to draft. You can also press square to get more information about a
Let's
superstar.
see who WCW
Now,
picks first.
the most expensive superstar right now is Rey Mysterio, the WWE Hall of Famer. Let's go through the roster. You got CM Punk, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Randy Orton. So this will be our first pick. Only thing I don't like about the draft pool is different superstars every time. As you see, you don't see a Seth Rollins, you don't see a Drew McIntyre, you don't see Roman Reigns. People that you should see up here in the top. But we are going to make our first pick, and this first pick will most likely be our World Heavyweight Champion on the WCW brand. I'm thinking either Cody or CM Punk. Got boy Gunther. You know what? With the first pick in the WWE 2K24 realistic GM mode draft, Wink Duncan and WCW selects
WCW drafts
CM Punk, who's gonna bring in great merchandise sales.
That's why he's
Gonna do business with CM Punk. You got KO going to Raw. Mommy Rhea Ripley going to SmackDown. And then phenomenal one, AJ Styles heading over to NXT. Now, our second pick is going to be our first pick in our women's division. Most likely going to be our women's WCW champion. Rhea Ripley was the only woman picked in the first round. Got my girl Alba Fire, Zelina Vega, Liv Morgan. Nikita Lyons, Tiffany Stratton. You know what? I'm gonna go with our second pick in the draft. WCW selects Liv Morgan.
The GM looking to live dangerously.
EST going to Raw.
Something in this superstar with such an early
Apex
pick,
Predator Randy Orton to
frankly,
SmackDown, and Charlotte Flair
It's
over
round
on
3 for
NXT.
WCW.
With our second pick, I'm going to pick a guy that I think is the best wrestler on the planet right now, and Gunther.
A statement pick, drafting the ring general.
Damian Priest going to Raw, so the Judgment Day already being broken up in the draft with Rhea Ripley over on SmackDown. Jinder Mahal get picked.
Taking stock for pick number 4.
Scarlett going to NXT. All right, so we just picked Gunther, and I will be going with. We've already been doing some scouting. And where is she? We are gonna go with Tiffany Stratton as our second women's pick.
Tiffany Stratton gets what she wants. Joining a new brand.
Alba Fire going to the Raw. Brand Maxine Dupree, SmackDown, and then Karrion Kross joining
WCW back up ready for
Scarlett
pick number 5.
in NXT. I ain't even been paying attention to the budget. Got about $2 million left in the bank. You know what? We're gonna choose a guy that we probably should have went with our first pick, but a guy that is used to starting companies, and that's the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
WCW picks Cody Rhodes.
It's undeniable. Cody Rhodes joins the roster.
I couldn't have made
Strowman, Montez, so the Street Profits. If Angelo Dawkins does not get drafted to SmackDown, you got Akira Tozawa. I think Maxine Dupree went to SmackDown, so Alpha Academy being broken up. Who did we just take with our last pick? So Cody Rhodes. We're gonna go back to the women's division. Got Becky Lynch here, Asuka, Bayley, Io Sky, Zelina Vega. I think I am gonna go with Zelina.
WCW chooses Zelina Vega.
The GM picking the small but mighty Zelina Vega.
Humberto going to Raw. Angel Garza. Yeah, a lot of teams being broken up. There you go. Legado del Fantasma. All on different. And it's funny that we picked Zelina Vega and then they all went. You got Rey Mysterio still here, but want half a mil for his contract. WWE Hall of Famer though. Back to the men's division. Let's pick being Zelina Vega. We need some meat on WCW. Bronson Reed, Chad Gable. You know, I think I am gonna go with Chad Gable. I look at him. I've always looked at him as the next Kurt Angle, which is one of my favorite GOAT wrestlers of all time. We're going with Chad Gable.
Chad Gable.
And a new show is about to get shooshed.
Ivar, let's see if Eric gets drafted and the trend continues of tag teams being broken up. You got Josh Briggs, Veer
Could be
Mahan.
make or break for the WCW GM.
And we've been going men, women, men, women. We're going to keep that pattern going. And for the women, thinking Gigi Dolan, Nikita Lyons, Raquel, Xia Li, Tegan Knox, Wendy Chu. It's a tough one. I think I'm gonna take JC Jane.
JC Jane.
JC Jane bringing the attraction to a brand new show.
Her passion cannot be denied. She is going to do well here.
WCW moving on in the draft.
So man, you got LA Knight here. Probably a great pick. LA Knight, if I had to scout, LA Knight, Bronson Reed, Dominic for the men. So if I can get them in that order without any of them getting stolen from me. So I say LA Knight.
WCW picks LA Knight.
LA Knight is on a new show, and I'm sure he has a lot to say about it.
If you're looking for a
Looks
future
like
champion,
Imperium
he's in.
broken up. Giovanni Vinci being kicked out anyway.
Who's going
as we
next
have
to
been
where
through.
the big
So now we're on the
boys
part
and
where it's
girls
optional
play?
drafting. I do like to fill out my roster while also trying to balance out having enough money to run my show. So the other brands, they can do what they want to do. Adam Pearce, Nick Aldis, Ava. Y'all can spend your money how you want to, save it how you want to, but we're gonna fill out our roster. All right, we want to make sure our roster is strong enough. So we are seeing names like Becky Lynch not being drafted. But who was our last pick? LA Knight. I'm going to go with Nikita Lyons.
And Nikita Lyons is ready to roll.
I did not see Bailey down there.
She has all the tools to be
Pete
a
Dunne.
future player here.
Elton Prince.
WCW back at the podium for their next pick.
I'm thinking Gigi Dolan. Go Io Sky.
WCW chooses Io Sky.
Andre Chase taking
A
Chase
tough choice
University
awaits
to
the
Monday
SmackDown
nights.
GM.
Joe
Could be
Gacy.
a make or break pick for
SmackDown.
NXT.
Ah, Bronson goes.
Who's
Damn
the
it.
next pick for Team WCW?
Io Sky was our last pick. Did I pick 2 women in a row? When did I pick Nikita Lyons? Did I not pick? I didn't pick Nikita. Okay. We got 491 left. Grayson Waller. Whoop that trick. Otis, because we don't have any meat on the roster. We were targeting Bronson Reed. We do have Chad Gable. That is an option. Logan Paul, Finn Balor, Miz. We go Trick. Trick, Grayson, Otis. Even my boy Dex. Oh, we're going Dirty Dominic.
Dominic Mysterio.
A new brand for Dirty Dom.
The GM sees an
Gigi.
imminent headliner in this man.
The NXT GM weighing their options here. And you gotta wonder who's
Anderson.
next for WCW.
We're thinking Trick. I swear I do not remember picking Nikita Lyons, but Mello. Another guy that I think is one of the top wrestlers in all of professional wrestling. Going Ilya.
WCW drafts Ilya Dragunov.
The intense Dragunov has found a new brand.
Right now, he's on the outskirts
So
of his
Adam
brand.
Pearce
He needs
has
to prove
finished his
otherwise.
draft.
And here's the GM's final roster.
SmackDown going
NXT
Mark
ready
Coffey.
for their next selection in this draft.
NXT
WCW moving on to the
taking
draft.
Trick. And this could be our last pick. I don't even have that much left. We need to keep some money in the bank to have some wiggle room. And I think we're going to cap off the draft here. So
Look at the big boys
confirm
and
our
girls
roster, and
on
there
the
you have it.
WCW roster.
CM Punk, Liv Morgan, our first 2 picks. And I think we did what, we did what we needed to do.
Who will join SmackDown in mere moments? NXT is wide open here with their next selection. The yellow and black brand is now complete.
All right, Ava.
The next member of
She did her
SmackDown is
thing.
about to be picked. Take
And
a look
Nick
at the talent
Aldis.
on the blue brand.
Also did his thing.
And now the brands showing side by side. This is going to be a good season, guys.
And we have the brand comparisons for all 4 shows. Now, this is not set in stone because one of the new features this year is there are trades that you can do. And of course, the free agent pool, we can always sign free agents. So even though some of the superstars are missing, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, I actually kind of like that they weren't a part of the draft. Like, I like it and I don't like it because now we can fight over signing those top superstars that were not a part of the draft. And some of these other guys that are mid-carders, lower card, will get a chance to show out. on these 4 shows. And what's this? WWE Hall of Fame. To enter the Hall of Fame and prove you are the best, be the first GM to own 10 Hall of Fame trophies at the end of a season. Ties are broken by most fans than most cash. Trophies can be awarded through either career achievements or seasonal challenges. Entering the Hall of Fame will allow you to continue playing or retire your save file. So we got to try to get to Tampa, Florida, which is right down the street from me. Let's see, Triple H. I guess we can choose what conversation that we want to do. So we'll talk to the boss man, Triple H. We talk all the time. Duncan, good to talk to you. Just checking in to make sure WCW is ready for the new season. Feeling confident. Trying to let you down. Cannot wait to get started. We're going to storm this. Good. I'm expecting big things of WCW this season, making an amazing show. Let's see what Adam Pearce talking about. Ready for the new season. Just finishing our prep over at Raw. We're going to have some outstanding matches here. Try to keep up with you, Adam Pearce. We're going to pass you. We're going to run laps around. You're going to overlap you in Monday Night Raw. And then JC Jane. I thought I left Tampa for good. Well, I think I better go out there and show them what they've been missing. So JC, hometown hero, Tampa. Now this is selecting our champions. For the world champion, and I did not do a great job at picking tag teams. World champion will be our first pick in CM Punk. And then we have our men's tag team champions. Have to come up with a team here. And we have our men's United States title. I think for the men's United States title will be our men's second pick, which was the ring general Gunther. And then for the men's tag team, this is tough. Can I leave it vacant? Maybe I should leave this one vacant too. Can I do that? Clear. And then for the women's title, it will be our first pick in Liv Morgan. And we're going to confirm that. Home is where you make it. All right, so this is the home tab. We got the journal, commissioner goals, season challenges. We now have a GM assistant where you can keep all your info open from anywhere in the GM hub. So that just puts all of the tabs in one, area, just in case you forget to do something. With GMO, you're managing different things, trying to do it all at the same time. Money, morale. All right, so we got a power card, and we got the book and the show. Show logistics are back. Probably gonna start off in the high school. Told you we're starting from the ground up. Manage roster. That's where you can, look at the free agents, scout, talent, local talent, and we are gonna try to sign some of the local talent and turn them into WWE superstars, future Hall of Famers. And then this is the career progress. I think this is new for the Hall of Fame. So those are the challenges that you have to try to complete to get in the Hall of Fame and go down as the GOAT GM. But that will wrap it up for the draft here in the WWE 2K24 Realistic GM Series. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below. Comment any superstars that you may want to see me sign, bring over to WCW, any superstars you want me to trade for, any superstars that you want me to try to push. Comment all of that below. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'm out of here. Gone. Peace out. Dunk Squad.